Story. You play as a dragonborn. The story begins with your character being led to an execution for reasons never fully explained. Just as the axe is about to fall, a dragon attacks, destroying the town and saving your life. From there, your journey begins and you eventually discover that you are the last or latest dragonborn, destined to face Alduin, the World Eater, an ancient dragon prophesied to bring about the end of the world. The main story is compelling enough to keep you moving forward, especially if you're interested in epic battles and ancient prophecies. But one of Skyrim's biggest strengths is its freedom. You can ignore the main quest entirely and still lose yourself in a vast world full of side quests, guilds, factions, and emergent stories. In fact, many players find that some side quests, like those from the Dark Brotherhood, the Thieves Guild, or Daedric Princes, are more engaging and memorable than the main storyline itself. Whether you're forging your path as a thief, a warrior, a mage, or a wandering adventurer, Skyrim offers enough variety and freedom to keep you curious and invested. It's a game that doesn't force you down a narrow path, it hands you a world and lets you carve your own legacy into it. The music in Skyrim is incredibly memorable and plays a huge role in creating its immersive atmosphere. Whether you're wandering through snow-covered forests, exploring ancient caves, or stumbling upon a dragon's lair, the soundtrack adapts beautifully to the moment. There are different tracks for different times of day, some that play only in the early morning, others that come on during quiet nighttime exploration. There's music for discovering new locations, for towns, for tension, and of course, the epic combat themes, especially the iconic Dragonborn theme that kicks in during dragon battles. Many of these tracks are not just background noise, they stick with you long after you've stopped playing. They're emotional, atmospheric, and beautifully composed, and they make the world of Skyrim feel alive. The sound effects in this game are good enough, but nothing special. Graphics. Skyrim is definitely an older game, so don't expect ultra realistic or next gen visuals. That said, it still holds up surprisingly well, especially in terms of atmosphere and world design. You'll come across beautiful forests, towering mountains, misty swamps, and snowy plains. Some towns and locations are especially striking, even today, but as we know, graphics has never mattered as much as the gameplay, which I'm going to talk about next. Gameplay. In Skyrim, you can play however you want, whether it's as a thief, mage, warrior, assassin, or archer. You can focus on alchemy, smithing, enchanting, or mix everything together. There are tons of skills, perks, spells, and abilities to unlock, and the freedom in how you build your character is one of the game's strongest features. Missions can be approached in different ways: sneaking through, charging in, using magic, or even just walking away and doing something else entirely. That kind of freedom makes the gameplay feel open and personal. Now, while the core mechanics aren't as polished or refined as some newer titles like Elden Ring, they're still good enough to keep you hooked. And if you're on PC, you can also mod the game. Overall, Skyrim is a blend of good music, decent graphics, an interesting story, and enjoyable, though not groundbreaking, gameplay. Let's not oversell it, but when you put all these elements together, it becomes a memorable experience. It's the kind of game you can return to any time, follow whatever mission catches your interest, or just roam around doing whatever you like. It's an open world RPG, it's packed with side quests and hidden stories that aren't necessary to find, but when you do, they really pull you deeper into the world. You'll stumble upon forgotten legends, mysterious ruins, unexpected allies, and enemies with their own histories. There's a surprising amount of depth if you're curious enough to dig into it. Sure, it has flaws like an outdated combat system, clunky UI, and bugs here and there, but it still stands as a strong and rewarding experience, especially for fans of RPGs. Who should play Skyrim? If you're looking for a world to explore and you don't mind older graphics or tweaking things with mods, Skyrim is definitely worth a try. It's a great pick for anyone who enjoys fantasy settings, open-ended gameplay, and building their own story. Who shouldn't play Skyrim? If you want cutting-edge visuals, highly polished modern combat, or a complex, tightly written story, Skyrim might not be for you. Also, it's not a quick game. Most playstations last hours, and a full playthrough can easily go beyond 40-50 hours. So if you're looking for a short, focused experience, you may want to consider something else.